2020 year-ahead consultations and solar lunar eclipse consultations are now available through my astrological services page, along with the remainder of my astrological service offerings. These are now available in both a pre-recorded and person-to-person over the internet format. So if you're interested in scheduling, you can do so through the link that you see above. So sometimes we place ourselves in a situation. And notice I use that phrase, place ourselves, right? Because ultimately it's down to our own decision, right? But at the present moment, you're hanging on to a situation that doesn't bring you any happiness in life anymore, simply because you're used to it. And that's not a pleasant place to be accustomed to unpleasantness, right? And you really have to think about that one. How unpleasant it is to become accustomed to things that are unpleasant, right? Simply because you don't want to let go. Simply because you don't want to move on. And so sure, you're going to say it's not as simple as that. No, you're right. It's not as simple as that, right? Because mixed in with that philosophy is a belief system that you feel that you absolutely, positively have to adhere to, even though everything in your life now is beginning to show you that things just may not be that way after all. But confronting that things may not be that way threatens every ounce of what you think is your stability and what you think is your security. Now notice that key word, think. Right? Well, I think, therefore I am. Well, what are you when you don't think? Right? Maybe you start living, okay? So maybe you start living the moment that you stop thinking that this very thing that no longer brings you happiness, that no longer is bringing you the stability that you need, and that no longer brings you an opportunity for meaning in life. The moment you let go of that, maybe that's when you start living. Maybe that's when you start living. So stop thinking, start living, stop doubting. Accept that you don't know. Accept that you don't need to be in authority. Accept that you don't need to be in control. Accept that something that seems like absolutely unfamiliar may be precisely the very thing that you need. You've done enough of dancing with the devil that you know simply because you don't know any better. And why don't you just give up dancing with devils in the first place, right? Especially since the devil that you seem to be dancing with at the present moment is just draining you of every ounce of strength that you have, because you're placing yourself in a situation where you're trying to make something work that simply is not going to work. There has to be a better way. And there is. But to find that better way, a shift in values is absolutely, positively necessary. In humility, you have to be willing to open up. You have to be willing to accept that the old way doesn't work. Accept that you need to shift the way you're looking at things. And watch the path ahead of you open up. That's going to do it for this look at Venus's transit through Uttara Ashadha Nakshatra from the 8th to the 18th of December 2019. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.